In a stunning turn of events, Max Verstappen has accused McLaren of deliberate sabotage at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, sending shockwaves through the Formula One community. The three-time world champion's allegations have ignited a firestorm of controversy, overshadowing what was already a dramatic conclusion to the 2024 season. The Yas Marina circuit, bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun, has long been the stage for Formula One's season finales. As teams and drivers arrived for the last race of 2024, the atmosphere was electric with anticipation. McLaren and Ferrari were locked in a fierce battle for the Constructors Championship, while individual drivers jockeyed for final position in the standings. Little did anyone know that this ordinary race weekend was about to take an extraordinary turn. As the lights went out and 20 of the world's fastest cars hurtled towards the first corner, disaster struck. Max Verstappen, starting from third on the grid, made an aggressive move on the inside, attempting to overtake both Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri. The result was a collision that sent Piastri spinning to the back of the pack, effectively ending McLaren's two-car strategy for securing the championship. The incident immediately drew the attention of race stewards, who swiftly handed Verstappen a 10-second time penalty for causing the collision. This decision would prove to be just the beginning of a controversy that would engulf the entire paddock. As Piastri limped back to the pits, his teammate Lando Norris seized the opportunity. With a flawless start, Norris catapulted into the lead and began to dominate the race. His pace was blistering, his focus laser-sharp. It was clear that McLaren's hopes now rested squarely on the young Briton's shoulders. As the race unfolded, tensions began to escalate. Verstappen, serving his penalty during a pit stop, unleashed a tirade over team radio. "Can we get 20 seconds too? Stupid idiots!" he fumed, his frustration palpable. The reigning world champion's outburst was met with widespread criticism, including from former F1 driver Martin Brundle, who rebuked Verstappen's comments as unfair to the race officials. But the real bombshell was yet to come. In a post-race interview that left the paddock stunned, Verstappen launched a scathing attack on McLaren, accusing the team of deliberate sabotage. He claimed that the Woking-based outfit had exploited loopholes in the regulations, specifically mentioning the use of water vapour to cool tyres, in an attempt to gain an unfair advantage. The accusations sent shockwaves through the F1 community. McLaren, on the verge of their first Constructors Championship since 1998, suddenly found themselves at the centre of a storm that threatened to overshadow their remarkable season. Lando Norris, fresh from his victory, was quick to respond. In a pointed message to Verstappen and Red Bull, he dismissed the allegations, stating, "I know, it's incredible, especially because we have the fastest car by a mile, right? Yeah, weird. Maybe it's the water in the tyres or something." The sarcasm in his voice was unmistakable, a clear indication of the growing rift between the two drivers. As news of Verstappen's accusations spread, the FIA found itself under immense pressure to investigate. The governing body had already been criticised for inconsistency in its rulings throughout the latter half of the 2024 season, and this latest controversy threatened to undermine the integrity of the sports SIGs. McLaren team principal Andrea Stella vehemently denied the allegations, calling Verstappen's move at Turn 1 unnecessary, and emphasising the team's focus on fair competition. "When you have teams fighting for the championship, it's the pinnacle," Stella stated. That felt like a move that didn't need to happen. The controversy cast a shadow over what should have been a moment of triumph for McLaren. Zak Brown, the team's CEO, described the race as the worst 2 hours of my life by far. The emotional rollercoaster of securing the championship while simultaneously defending the team's integrity took its toll on the entire McLaren organisation. Despite the swirling controversy, Lando Norris's drive was nothing short of spectacular. Leading from start to finish, he he showcased the kind of performance that champions are made of. His flawless execution, combined with a crucial 2-second pit stop that kept him ahead of Ferrari's Carlos Sainz, secured not only the race win, but also the Constructors Championship for McLaren 38. The podium ceremony was a study in contrasts. Norris, elated yet composed, stood alongside a disappointed Sainz and a determined Charles Leclerc, who had fought his way from 19th to 3rd in a stunning display of skill. The Ferrari drivers' efforts, while impressive, were not enough to overcome McLaren's points advantage. As the champagne flowed, the paddock buzzed with speculation about the future. Nico Rosberg, interviewing Norris after the race, posed the question on everyone's minds. Are you going to be world champion next year? Norris's response, measured but confident, hinted at the ambitions of a driver ready to take the next step in his career. As the teams packed up and the lights dimmed at Yas Marina circuit, the 2024 Formula One season came to a close. But the reverberations of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix would continue to be felt long after the checkered flag had fallen. The FIA announced a thorough investigation into Verstappen's allegations, promising a transparent process to maintain the sport's integrity. Red Bull, caught in the crossfire, issued a statement supporting their driver while calling for calm and respect for the investigative process. For McLaren, the joy of their championship victory was tempered by the need to defend their reputation. The team launched a comprehensive review of their practices, inviting independent auditors to examine their operations in a bid to clear their name. The controversy also sparked renewed debates about driver conduct and the role of race control. Many in the paddock called for clearer guidelines and more consistent application of penalties to avoid similar incidents in the future. As the teams and drivers dispersed for the winter break, the events of Abu Dhabi 2024 lingered in the air like the desert heat. The ordinary world of Formula One had been shaken, and the sport stood on the brink of change. The 2024 season finale marked not just the end of a championship battle, but potentially the end of an era. Lewis Hamilton, in his final race for Mercedes, delivered a masterclass in overtaking, climbing from 7th to 4th, and passing his teammate George Russell on the last lap 8. His emotional radio message to the team he had called home for 12 years underscored the significance of the moment. As Hamilton prepared to embark on a new chapter with Ferrari, the driver market was set for a seismic shift. Speculation ran rife about who would fill the coveted Mercedes seat, with young talents and experienced hands alike vying for the opportunity. For Lando Norris and McLaren, the future looked bright. With their first championship in over 2 decades secured, the team was poised to build on their success. Norris, having proven himself capable of leading the team to victory, set his sights on the ultimate prize, the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen, despite the controversy, remained a formidable force. His aggressive driving style and uncompromising attitude had brought him both success and criticism in equal measure. As he looked to the 2025 season, the question on everyone's lips was whether he could adapt and evolve, or if his approach would continue to court controversy. The 2024 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix will be remembered not just for its on-track action, but for the drama that unfolded behind the scenes. It was a race that encapsulated the very essence of Formula One: speed, skill, controversy, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. As the sun set on the 2024 season, it also rose on a new chapter in the sport's history. The ordinary world of Formula One had been transformed, and the extraordinary adventures that lay ahead promised to captivate fans around the globe for years to come. In the end, the true winners were the fans, treated to a season finale that will be talked about for generations. As the engines fell silent and the desert night enveloped Yas Marina, one thing was certain. In the high-stakes world of Formula One, the next twist in the tale is always just around the corner.